I am told that you're concerned about what's happening in Iraq right now. Why so?
Well, I'm deeply concerned. We're inside the 10-yard line in terms of finishing the job in Iraq, but in 2011, all troops are supposed to leave Iraq, American troops. I do not believe the State Department can carry on their mission of helping the Iraqi government and people reconstitute their society to help them build a civil society without American forces there to provide security, air power, logistical support to the Iraqi army. This idea of being pushed that we'll have a State Department army, I will not vote for that. I will not support that. We need American troops in 2012, 10 to 15,000, left behind in Iraq to provide security to our people who are helping the Iraqi people maintain air superiority, to have an edge against Iran, and to make sure that the Iraqi army continues to develop.
You say a State Department army. You're going to have to explain that. What are you talking about? What are they planning here?
Well, here's the backup plan. If all military forces are withdrawn from Iraq in 2011, the State Department has come to the Congress and said, we're going to need over 50 MRAMs, these mine-resistant vehicles. We need a fleet of helicopters and thousands of private security guards to protect us as we go to the 4 consulates in Iraq to do our job to help the Iraqis build a civil society out of a dictatorship. I think that is a losing formula. I do not believe the State Department should have an army, that's not the way to provide security to our State Department, that if we're not smart enough to work with the Iraqis to have 10 to 15,000 American troops in Iraq in 2012, Iraq could go to hell. There are fights now between the Kurds and the Arabs.
I'm sorry, but I find this hard to believe. Are you talking about we're going to arm our diplomats and put them in these kind of vehicles that people are driving around in Iraq now?
You got it, Bob. We're going to have private security guards providing security. I think American soldiers and the Iraqi army should provide security. We're talking about a fleet of helicopters so they can get around to the 4 consulates spread throughout Iraq. We're talking about MRAMs, mine-resistant vehicles, bought by the State Department, a mini State Department army. We've never done that before. That will fail. I'm urging the Obama administration to work with the Maliki administration in Iraq to make sure that we have enough troops, 10 to 15,000, beginning 2012, to secure the gains we've achieved, to make sure Iran doesn't interfere with the Iraqi sovereignty, and to develop this country. We can't do it with a State Department army, and I will not support that. This is a defining moment in the future of Iraq, and the Obama administration has the wrong strategy in Libya, and in my view, they're going down the wrong road when it comes to Iraq.
Well, I find all of it hard to believe. We have about 20 seconds.